Well, hello, welcome to I Love Gay today. And now we are diving into the world of comedy and online comedy. And we are here with Eric McKeever. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. I have loved watching you kind of just emerge, at least on Twitter, with your
Yeah.
new show, The Coach Audio Comedy.
Yeah.
And you're into your fifth episode, I think, right now, right?
Yes. And tomorrow we actually release the season finale, which is, I mean, this has been 3 years in the making.
Yeah.
I had no idea how hard it was to create an audio comedy. I thought, yeah, it'll be easy. We'll get it done in a year now. But it's been incredibly fun, incredibly
Yeah.
fun.
But the theme is interesting. Yeah, because you play a role. You're not Eric in the show, but you're Evan Nixon, and you're a certified life coach, and you've created this entire show around that. And yeah, just tell
Right.
us a little about that.
Well, I'm actually the narrator. Well, I play the narrator on the show, and a dear friend named Bernard Holcomb plays Evan Nixon. But the show is inspired by my life, and you know, life coaching is huge, and there are a lot of different people who do it, and there's also a lot of tiers to it. And a friend who is a life coach now was like, Eric, I think you could be a life coach, and I laughed because I thought I'd be a terrible life coach. And the more we drink, the more we would drink, the more this idea started to formulate of what it would look like to create a show about a terrible life coach who went to probably not the best life coaching place. So Evan ends up going to Miss Erica's Life Coaching Institute and Cross Dressing Academy, and it just kept snowballing from there. And then obviously because he worked in New York, of course, all of his clients were probably a little crazy,
Yeah.
and so those two elements together, someone who's not really great at their job combined with some crazy clients and maybe a Twin Peaks like mystery,
Yeah.
is where this show came. Like it's just started snowballing, and
Yeah.
I had these wonderful friends that were like, yes, we'll record it.
Wow. No, I love that. That's why I know in your description you say think 30 Rock meets Twin
Yes.
Peaks.
Yes, it has. I wanted to try to capture the zaniness of 30
Yeah.
Rock and
Yeah.
sort of the jokes going left of center, along with like this sort of like what I don't mind when people listen to an episode and say, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I kind of like that. I'm like, well, it all makes sense in the end, but you have to stick with it.
Yeah. Well, I get a sense then your friends helped you kind of come up with the idea, but you've been performing for prior to all this. You've had a life
Yes.
out there.
Yes, so I'm by day or by evening, I'm a professional opera singer.
Oh
And when
wow.
when the pandemic hit, I had like a lot of performing artists, a lot of free time on my hands.
Yeah.
So that's really when the coach started to click. I started writing. I started taking classes in screenwriting and comedy writing, and really was able to write 6 episodes. And then I hired some story editors, and then I did pay my friends a little bit of money because our budget was small, but they jumped
Yeah.
in and then they ran with it. They loved the
Yeah.
show and the characters, and so now it's out there in the world finally.
So the final episode of it's the season though, right? Because you
Yes,
probably have plans for where you're going to take it from here.
yes. We in theory, there really could be 4 seasons. Definitely three. There's definitely could be 3 seasons. There's um, a big twist at the end of every season. So I mean, it's all mapped out. You know how they talk about doing that in writers' rooms where they're like, "Well, we could do 6 seasons." I wrote it originally with 3 for real seasons and possibly a fourth, with each season having a big twist that led into the next season. But um, if it even goes 2, I would still be thrilled. Just the fact that it's out there. And um, I had another audio comedy podcast that I love and listen to write to me and say that they liked mine, and I just thought, well, that's it. That's all I need now.
Well, Murders in the Building is in their second season.
It's and I love it. I love it, and I'm sure I've stolen some of the funny things that they have as well.
What's
Excuse me,
interesting
borrow,
is
borrow.
what's interesting is that I think they brought something to the table though, because prior to that, I mean, it's a show that's really a central theme and so forth is
Mhm.
really this podcasting show and the crazy zaniness with the characters around it. But it
Right.
seems, if memory serves me, it seems like the first show that kind of went mainstream in that sense to develop that. And so you're it feels like you're kind of a part of this trend that's happening.
I hope so. And I will say I've discovered by now being part of this audio comedy world, there are so many out there, and they're
Yeah.
all funny and they're all different. And it's been really fun connecting and listening and sort of understanding kind of the standards, because it's still relatively new. And so
Yeah.
everyone's kind of doing their own thing. And some people
Yeah.
said, well, this is the best way, but other people are going outside of the box. And so it's just been tons of fun listening and learning.
Yeah. Well, I know we can find you on you're on Apple
Yes.
with the, are you on other platforms as well yet?
Yeah, we're on Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts,
Okay.
Spotify. Yeah, we're everywhere, and
Oh, perfect.
we are slowly, we're slowly gaining an audience. We're actually even being heard in the UK right now, which kind of
Yeah.
blew my mind. I was like, okay, great. And so it's just great that people are listening, and people
Yeah.
not, that aren't just my family and friends.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to make sure on this interview, I'm going to make sure to link to those because I know I found the Apple link there to it,
Great.
so I'll work with you on the others. But no, I think it's great. I love watching you kind of unfold and develop on Twitter, and I look forward to
Yeah.
seeing where all this goes.
Well, thank you for having me. And yeah, I look forward to checking in maybe in a couple of years and being like, remember that crazy show?
Exactly, exactly. We're not that close. We're not that far away physically, so we might
I
even be
know.
able to make that happen in the real world.
Very true. Very
I
true.
love that. But no, thanks so much for taking a few moments just to kind of share a bit of your story here with our audience.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Take care now.
Bye-bye.
So good, coming back again.